What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we have a brand new build for the channel. As you guys can see, it's a 2021 Kawasaki Ninja 400. I've been looking for one of these bikes for a very long time. I'm happy to have one right now. I think this is going to be the toughest build on the channel. This is going to be a really special project and I can't wait to get into it. As you can see, it has some damage to the left side. The bike was down over here, some scrapes, some scratches, the levers on the bar and weight. The front turn signal is also cracked over there. Not very bad. The mirrors have some scratches on them. The fairing on this side is completely missing. It's broken right over there. I'm guessing it's broke off right over here too because as you can see, it's missing. The footrest overall on the front end is also broken. That's not there. Chain obviously has to go. This bike does really have very low kilometers. Obviously this was sitting for a while, so we're gonna throw some chains and sprockets just to spice it up. And now I'm going over to the right side of the motorcycle. It's also been down on this side at some point because as you can see, there's some scratches. The brake lever is broken, some gouges over there. The fairing has a fair bit of scratches. The muffler, same. And the turn signal on the right side is also cracked. So this bike has been down on the right and on the left. So not very bad, but I think this is gonna be our toughest build on the channel. So I already know there's no power because obviously the battery is dead. It's been sitting for so long, but I'm also quite certain that this bike's gonna start. As you can see, there's some oil in the side glass, a little bit too much, but there is oil, so that's a good thing. So the first thing we're gonna do is put some power to the bike, start it up, warm it up. We're gonna do an oil change, make sure the bike runs good, even though I'm quite certain it will, and then we can start throwing some new parts on this motorcycle. So it also looks like we're gonna do quite a bit of cleaning because that is filthy. We have the old battery out and we have the brand new battery going back in. Now I'm installing the battery brackets. And now with the battery installed, we're gonna start it up for a little bit and see what she sounds like. Running pretty good. So the bike starts and run obviously as expected. There is really not much damage in this bike, so it's going to be a nice quick build, and I'm going to tell you towards the end of the build why I have purchased this bike. Over in these boxes are all the parts I have ordered for this bike. Alright guys, as you can see, I have a lot of parts laid out here that's gonna go on this bike. Unfortunately, I would not be able to get everything done in one video because as you can see, we just had our first mishap. While trying to remove the fuel tank, as you can see, the fuel rail pipe, the connector, completely snapped clean off right over there. So that's not good. And as you can see, it's leaking some fuel right in there. So we're going to place that on order.
Perfect.
Now Now, as you can see, the fuel tank is now off the motorcycle. Really good stuff. Obviously, I cannot reinstall it until we replace that fuel rail that's damaged over there. Now I'm going to open this up and replace the air filter. We have the replacement air filter here. Now guys, as you can see, we have everything opened up. I have the throttle bodies closed up so nothing goes into the engine, but quite filthy for a new bike with less than 4,000 kilometers. Quite filthy. So I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys on a time lapse and try to clean this as good as possible. Alrighty guys, so we've done a little bit of house cleaning in here. I am very happy with that. Moving on. And guys, now with that done, the next part we're going to be installing are clip-ons on this bike. As you can see, that one over there is bent from being laid down on the right side. Perhaps this is a better view. As you can see how much that one over there is kinked in. We're going to take care of that by replacing it with some new clip-ons. As you can see, that's also bent. The bar end is completely seized in place. It's not going anywhere. Nothing. We got it out. And we have the other one out. Right now it might not look like it, but both of these are actually bent, so we're going to be replacing them with this aftermarket cert. Now guys, as you can see, we have two brand new clip-ins. They look really good, nice quality. These are not the risers like this. This is a sport bike clip-on, so it's going to bring the front end or your sitting position a little bit lower, and that's what I'm looking for. But before I install the clip-ins, I'm going to lower this motorcycle in the front and in the rear evenly. I'm going to go ahead and loosen all the clamps over here, drop it down a little bit, and then when we go to the rear, we're going to do the same thing. We have the left side fairing off now. That's gonna be perfect. Quick tip for the day: anytime I work with new hardware or new parts for the motorcycle, I always throw some tread locker for the hardware so those bolts do not back out, and it could be very dangerous. So throw some tread locker in there. If you're currently watching this build and you haven't checked out this build, you gotta check it out. I'm gonna have a link in the description. This is gonna be a very, very crazy one. Go watch that video. It's gonna be epic. So what I'm doing right now is fitting the clip-ons to the original mounting location on the forks. As you can see, that's the line from the original one, and the new one is going exactly right there. It's just gonna be longer downwards. All right, guys, so before I made this adjustment over here, I measured it, and it was 21.5 millimeters or 0.84 of an inch, and now it's 1.57 inch. So some decent drop, but it's gonna be equally dropped in the rear to account for that. Alright guys, right now as you can see, we've cleaned up the front end a little bit. We've lowered it an inch in the front. We have new clip-ons over here. We'll reinstall the original grips for now. I think I'm going to be changing that. I'm not sure yet. So now we're going to go over to the rear of this motorcycle. We're going to lower it again. I've picked up some lowering links. Let's get that done, and we can keep turning on more parts on this motorcycle. So guys, it looks like we'll need to remove the exhaust to remove the bolts for the lowering links. Alright guys, and just like that, we have the original lowering links out of the bike. We had to remove the end can or the muffler just to get those bolts out. And with the original remove, we have the aftermarket one over here. It's aluminum, CNC, really good stuff, and it's fully adjustable. We have 5 different mounting points for 5 different ride heights, but we're looking to match exactly what was done in the front, which is just about an inch of drop in the front and in the rear. So right now we're gonna go ahead and take this, line it up, and we can see that this is obviously the factory location right there. So the next hole we're gonna be going is this one. So now that we've snugged up the bolt, we're gonna remove the jack and we're gonna torque those bolts with the weight of the bike. Now I'm gonna torque all the bolts. And now with everything torqued down, we're gonna go ahead and measure this. $29.5. Bang on. So as you can see from my measurement over here, in the rear we dropped it about 3/4 of an inch, just a little bit more. And in the front we dropped it 0.98 of an inch, so pretty much an inch. I think it's pretty good the way it is. And now we have our main culprit, the brake lever. Lever is out. Alright guys, that's all the time I have for today's videos. If you enjoyed these videos, be sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. In the next video, I'm hoping to have a whole bunch more parts thrown on this bike, clean it all up because as I've shown you, it's quite filthy. And then maybe throw some paint on the fairing kit. On that note, thanks for all the support and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving. Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong, always moving on. Feel I don't belong, tell my thoughts to move along. Push myself to be the best, die with no regrets. Live with